Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be probably just a quick little video, but I wanted to make something to show you my midsummer garden progress. It is a beautiful night. It was very hot today, but it has cooled right down. The temps are perfect. I just got done watering and I was really looking at everything, and I think it's a good point to show you where we are at. If you haven't watched my other garden videos, they are on my channel. We had kind of a slow start this year. Our spring was really rainy and cold, so planting did get off to a late start, but I think all in all, with that happening, we are in a really good place. So let me show you. First of all, how gorgeous is our yard at night at this time of night? It is about 7:30 or so, a little after 7:30, and it's just perfection, golden hour. Like, can we just take a minute? So this is the garden. The floor, as we might call it, is a little overgrown right now, so ignore that. That needs to be weed whacked, but Brandon is slowly getting the lawn mowed. It's a big lawn, so it takes him a minute to get to everything, but here we are. So let's start out with just a negative and get that out of the way. These are my Roma tomatoes that for some reason will not get bigger than this. They're supposed to be container variety and they just aren't growing in the container. I don't know if it's a moisture issue. I don't know if it's the soil I used in here. I just used potting soil. I have no idea, but they are not doing well. So we're just gonna move past that because that's one of the few negatives that I have to share with you. Here's the big old positive. These are my cucumbers. So something that I didn't end up saying in any of my other videos yet is that I did buy some starters at our local Agway after planting in my planting video for this year. I planted, I think, 4 cucumber plants and only one took. And the one that took is actually this big boy on the side here. If I show you in here, let me see if I can bring you in here. I mean, like, it's robust. It is a very large plant. It's doing very well. So I'm very proud of it for all it's doing. As you can see, it's starting to vine up the side here. It's doing what it's supposed to. So I can at least successfully start some starters. So that's great. The rest of them I did purchase at the Agway. Some are pickling cucumber. I actually also planted a few more from seed, just direct into here. They're all kind of at the same stage though, which is nice. Aside from this one is very obviously much bigger. But yeah, let me give you like a top view. Beautiful, starting to vine on that side as well. So getting a little harder to navigate this trellis. I was just saying to Brandon that I think I kind of regret the trellis. I think it'll be nice, you know, to grow upward, but it can't move once these start to vine onto it, which is now. In the future reference to Kaylee, the fencing is a perfect trellis, so we don't really need this one. But anyway, you live and you learn. Next door are the tomatoes. So these were starters that I purchased. Wait, no, I have to think about this. No, actually, no, these were not starters. I did not buy tomato starters at all. So these were all from seed. I don't think any of these though were from inside, except maybe one that grew. Maybe, I can't even remember, guys, it's been a minute. These front two are beefsteak tomato, which I've never had beefsteaks grow this well, so this is huge for me. And then in here we've got 1 and then 2 cherry tomato plants, and these were both from seed in here as well. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, none of my starters for tomatoes made it. I think they were all a little bit too small, and so we just replanted and we are moving and grooving. So they're a little behind where they should be, but not by much. And then we've got my marigolds. I did buy these from our Agway. As you can see, they're starting to go a little bit, so I wanted to get this filmed so you could see how pretty they are. These are great to bring in the pollinators and to give the garden a little bit of color. Right here, I did plant some peas. You'll notice I'm talking about things that weren't necessarily in my planting video. Yeah, that's because I did another round of planting like 2 weeks later. Planted some peas here, they did not come up. I think my seeds were expired. They were from a couple years prior. Gotta buy new ones next year and we'll do peas then. And then my watermelon. So I only planted one because these do get pretty big. They vine out and they spread out across a very large area. She is small but mighty. It is growing, but very, very slowly. We've had a lot of humidity lately, which has definitely helped it and held in that moisture and helped it grow. But yeah, it's slow. I don't know if we're gonna get a watermelon, guys. We'll see. First round of these that I planted didn't come up. So I had to replant. So it put me behind another like week or so. So it's been a little bit of a adventure to get to this point, but we will see in a few more weeks where we're at. You're probably also noticing that there are weeds everywhere. Yes, we've had a lot of humidity, like I said, rain, and grass and things. Just love these boxes. I have weeded these things. I can't even tell you how many times. It's just immediate. It all comes back immediately. I cannot keep it clear. I am on the verge of giving up. It's fine. Anyway, moving on, we've got some more marigolds over here. Again, they're starting to turn, but still very pretty. And then we've got the potatoes. Da 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 da. Potatoes. So there are gemstone potatoes. So some of them are gonna have like purple in them. And then there are golden potatoes. And then we have a surprise cherry tomato plant back here, which it's remarkable that this is the only one that came up. Last year I had about 20 surprise tomato plants. If you guys recall, I think this is the only one that came up this year, and it came up right behind this box. As you can see, we've got some little flowers, so we'll get something from that. But yeah, she just hangs out back there. And then obviously all the potatoes. So they're all intermixed. I can't remember what we did where. It's gonna be a surprise when we empty all of this out and collect them in the fall. But as you can see, they grow beautifully, and they grew beautifully last time I did potatoes. So I will continue to do them because yeah, this gives me confidence to just look at the very large plants. That makes me feel better about my skills. Okay, moving over here, here's another negative. My strawberries did not come up. I did strawberries in this little planter. I actually tried to start them inside from seed, nothing happened. Started them in here, nothing happened. So we gave up. Maybe I'll buy some pretty mums or something come fall and put them in here. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, guys. I don't know. Also, as I'm talking, that's another tomato. It's just relentless. Okay, moving on, we've got our corn. This was another one I waited to plant. You didn't see this in my other planting video. I planted, I think eight or 10, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty good. I had 4 last year, so I swear we had another one come up, but I'm wondering if it got eaten because I swear it disappeared. Anyway, they were looking pretty good so far. And then in the back corner there, I don't know if you could see, that's my sunflower, and it is a mammoth, so it'll get very, very tall. Last year, I think we had one, it was probably around 9 or 10 feet tall. It was gigantic, so I'm hoping for something similar. So it'll be standing up in the very corner here. Again, had a late start, so we'll see. Another marigold. This one looks pretty. She's doing good. And then we've got 2 more cucumbers. So these were also some starters that I bought. These are pickling cucumber. And as you can see, they're starting to vine up. Oh, no, 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 no. You don't come in here. And right in front of them, we have the carrots. Now, I tried to thin these. I didn't do it as well as I should have. Some of these are very close together. So that's a little worrisome, but they're growing. They're doing okay. They might be a little weirdly shaped with how close they are together, but we'll see. We've got one there. We've got one here. We actually have one over here with the corn, and then I think there's another one. Oh yeah, over there. And then I've got, I think 2 or 3. Come back over here. Yeah. Okay, right here near the tomatoes, we've got a couple. So that's fun. Okay, moving back over here, we've got the peppers next door to the carrots and the pickling cucumber. These are doing pretty well. I have a hard time with peppers. These I did not grow myself. These were starters, but you know what? It's fine. They are growing. They're doing okay. One of them, where is it? Right here, is starting to grow a pepper. Exciting. A few of them have little buds like that, so that's fun. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pepper plants. That's a lot. And I bought them all in one pack and it was like $4. So I think that that's pretty good and they are doing well. And then next door to them, I have my lavender and that is in its own little container. And this is grass that I'm going to pull out. So that's my little lavender. It's going. It hasn't died yet, so. But this was a starter that I bought from the Agway as well. I tried to grow it from seed again and it didn't work. So we just bought one. But I try not to water it a ton. It's very minimally watered. And it hasn't, like I said, hasn't died yet, so that's good. Okay, now I'm gonna take you over here to this very serene side of my yard, to my little other potato plot. So I just planted russet potatoes here like maybe a week ago. I don't even think it's been a week. And I'm crossing my fingers that something grows. For my other potatoes, I actually bought starter potatoes, which I know sounds silly because you can just grow them from potatoes in your kitchen that have eyes and start to grow their roots. And that's what I did with these. So we're gonna see if these come up. I've tried doing it in the past like that and haven't had any luck. So that's why I bought some this year at Home Depot, and you guys saw my potato plants. They're amazing. But we're doing a trial with these russets. We're gonna see how those go. Next door we have our very sad blueberry bush and it's not producing, and yeah, we're gonna get it a friend next year and see if that helps it. It's just very sad. Yeah, anyway, moving on. Okay, so over here we've got pumpkin number 1. You'll see I put little cages on these, and was so that Brandon wouldn't accidentally mow them or weed whack them. And they're starting to get to the point now where they're big, so we're gonna take the cages off probably this coming weekend. He's gonna do a weed whack all around so that they really stick out, and then we'll take the cages. I also didn't want the chickens eating them when they were coming up, so that's, yeah, another reason. That happened last year, so the cages have worked really well. Up here we've got raspberry bush number 1. This one is one of 2, and they are different varieties, but I cannot tell you what they are. It's doing okay. We've learned these need a obscene amount of water. Oh my God, that is a brown tail moth. Oh no, 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 that is not good. They're going to probably make a nest over this. That's not good. Also, I might have an allergy to that. It's questionable. I sometimes get rashes and we think it's from them. So I'm gonna stay away and show you pumpkin number 2, ta-da, which has a snail. You can see him down there. He's that little orange thing. The snails down here are kind of plentiful. It's kind of wet down this way, so they're everywhere. They're not really affecting the pumpkins as of right now. And then up here we've got raspberry bush number 2. This is a different variety. And up here you can see, so it does keep trying to grow the fruit, but the leaves were eaten by these beetles that we have. And I think the problem is that the leaves, you know, usually protect the fruit. And what's happening is the fruit is out in the open sun and it's drying out before it can grow. So I'm hoping that this will kind of fill out really good, and then next year we'll have a better harvest. Not the best, but it's all right. And then we've got pumpkin number 3. This one's very big. Looking beautiful. These are very big leaves. This is my hand and that's the leaf. So yeah, very big. And then we've got pumpkin number 4, and this is probably the biggest and it's the tallest. And yeah, this is when I realized, okay, cages need to come off because it's starting to kind of grow like straight up and I don't want to stunt anything. I think we're gonna get flowers in there, and I don't want the pumpkins to try to grow and like be trapped, you know? Our goal is to not have to buy pumpkins come this fall. So that's it. That's my garden. This was just a quick little deal, but I wanted to show you guys where we were at because I feel like the last time I showed you, I was really discouraged and I was kind of sad and nothing was growing and we were having awful weather, but it has improved. I'm hoping in another month or so I can do another update and I can start showing you guys what we're harvesting and maybe do like a day in the life and show it in there, or maybe another update video like this. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Let me know down below how your growing season is going. Where do you live? Like, what zone are you in? What are you growing? How are things going with that? Because in Maine here, I feel like it's not even just me, like everyone had a really slow start because of the weather. So crossing our fingers we get a good harvest after all is said and done. I know we're gonna get tomatoes and cucumber, so that's a positive. Thank you all again so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, lifestyle content, life in Maine content, if you like me, just like me, subscribe to my channel and hang out with me and see my life and see everything that we got going on. I love reading you guys' amazingly nice, sweet comments. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. So yeah, leave a comment down below. Say hi. Thank you all again so much, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.